It's Health Talk. Welcome everyone to Healthy Living on Dove Television. It's another time for us to talk about our health. And today we have an interesting topic, or we have a focus, a nice focus that we should talk about today. And I know that this area of concentration today will be of a blessing to you, because the Bible says that God wants us to be in good health, even as our soul prospers. You understand? So while we talk about all of the good and spiritual things of life, we should also pay attention to our good health, because you need a healthy life to actually serve God. You understand? When your tooth is aching you, oh, no matter how anointed the pastor is and how hot the sermon is, you won't understand. I've been there. I've been there once, you know, having had this one to get close to my premolar, and we thank God for that. So it's actually important that we pay attention to our health, and that's why Healthy Living on Dove TV comes to you every week, so we can talk about our health. My name is Lilian Ogedegbe, and today I've been joined in the studio by a doctor who's going to talk to us about something, and that's because we're paying attention to our teeth. All right, so we have a dental surgeon here. Joining me in the studio now is Dr. Tope Daniel-Aladinrin. He is a dental surgeon, also with the Redeemer's Health Center, the Redemption Camp. Hello, doctor. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Good morning.
Morning to you. How are you doing? How is the family?
We thank God.
And how is the dental clinic?
Going fine. Thank you.
All right, so you're welcome to Healthy Living on Dove TV.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
So today on Healthy Living, we have an interesting topic, and I just hope that as you pay rapt attention to today's topic, definitely you'll be glad that you did watch, if only you also do watch to the end of the program. But even as we start the conversation and talk, so it doesn't look like one of those health talk, regular health talk that you watch on TV or you go for seminars and all of that. Without the presence of God, it would just be a mere talk. So we'd like to invite the presence of God, so that whatever on YouTube is streaming live there, and the handle is Dove Television. You can also follow us on Instagram, also using the handle at Dove Television. Please do not forget to also download the OH Prime TV, okay, on your mobile device. Please visit your Google Play Store or Apple Play Store. Download the OH Prime TV so you can watch Dove Entertainment, Dove Africa, Dove Europe, and beautiful programs there and different stations there that you can also watch. God bless you for joining us today. And our topic and our focus of concentration today on healthy living is healthy teeth for a healthy life. Healthy teeth for a healthy life. So how much do you know about your teeth? Now, before we start the conversation, we'd like you to look at this short report. So when we come back, we'll start the conversation and talk about our teeth. So let's take a look at this report on the teeth.
A good smile can be attractive and contagious. This can only happen with a white and nice set of teeth. The human teeth include incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Children will usually get all of their 20 primary teeth by around the age of 3, and by the age of 21, most people would have gotten their wisdom tooth and have all their 32 permanent teeth. Practicing good dental care from infancy to adulthood can help a person keep their teeth and gums healthy. Poor oral hygiene can lead to a buildup of harmful dental plaque, which can eventually result in tooth decay and gum disease. Unhealthy teeth can cause various health issues, such as increased risks of respiratory infections like chronic obstructive pulmonary and pneumonia, contribute to the type of degeneration associated with Alzheimer's disease, increased risks of chronic kidney diseases among toothless adults, heart problems such as endocarditis and other functional irregularities, unhealthy skin and odor appearance caused by gum recession and bone loss. Teeth are essential for chewing food properly and helping people to speak. If you start establishing good dental hygiene habits today, you can prevent all these health problems later in the future.
All right, so paying attention to your oral hygiene can actually keep you a little far away from the dental surgeon. And if you do not, you might have to visit them even more often than expected. So we're about to talk about our teeth today. Now, doctor, you listened to that report. Does it really tell that about our teeth. Tell us about our teeth. I feel like bringing out my 36 teeth right now on the table so you can tell me the formation, what they are made up of,
Yes.
and their functions. I'm not even sure I have 32 anymore. I think I've removed like 2. All right, doctor, please.
Okay. You see, like we saw in the video, the teeth is a very, very important part of the body. It's very important. And you can see how far not taking good care of your teeth can go from the video. Now, starting from the anatomy, what the teeth is exactly. An adult should have 32 teeth. Not to forget, let me mention the function of the teeth first.
Okay.
The tooth has 2 major functions, masticatory function and aesthetic function. Masticatory function means that you use your teeth in biting, in chewing.
Okay.
Whatever thing that enters into your body, even the medications you take, goes through the mouth.
Yeah.
Whatever things that enters into your body, most times goes through the mouth. So when you eat, it goes through the mouth. You use your teeth in chewing them. That's what we call the masticatory function. Even sometimes before you chew, you bite them. Before you bite, you chew. After biting, you chew. So that's one major importance of the teeth. The other part is the aesthetic function. You can see, I saw someone that I was smiling.
Yeah.
Like you have been smiling since morning now. If you don't have teeth, you won't even bother, you won't smile. So aesthetic function, there are a lot of people that without teeth, they cannot come out of their house, they cannot do anything because the teeth gives aesthetics to the face. The teeth itself defines what the face looks like. If you see someone without teeth, if you see the face, it's not good. I'm sure you don't want to see it. I
don't want to see. I'm not sure I've seen a toothless person anyway. I'm
yes,
not sure
it's
of that.
not good.
Okay.
So when it comes to the type of teeth, like you said, you're not sure you have 32 teeth. No, adults should have 32 teeth.
I think I do have 32, but I've got 2 out already. I extracted 2 out. I had tooth decay at some point of my life, and close to my premolars. I think I removed 2 of my premolars also.
So now, the teeth, there are, when you're being given birth to, a baby, it comes with no teeth.
Yeah.
At the age of, from 6 months, the baby starts to grow teeth. You know, that also gives the baby its own aesthetics, and also, by that time, that's when you know you want to start introducing some form of food to the baby. Now, a child should have 20 teeth. We call them milk teeth.
Okay.
That's 10 down, 10 up.
Okay.
10 in the lower jaw, 10 in the upper jaw. By the time the child grows, getting to an adult, even a teenager, the milk teeth fall off, and new set of teeth come out. We call those new set of teeth permanent teeth, or we call them secondary teeth. That is different from the milk teeth. Now, when the permanent teeth comes out, the jaws are bigger. So you have what we call your permanent teeth, and they are 32.
Okay.
But they come out in stages. They don't come out all together at the same time. It starts with the front ones, that's the incisors.
Okay.
And that's the teeth you use in smiling. That's what you see in front. When you see people, the incisors, the major function of this is use this in biting. I'm sure when you want to take your apple now, you hold your apple, you bite.
Right, you don't bite from the side.
Yes.
Most times you bite from the front. So the front teeth are known as the incisors. All right, okay.
And they are used in biting.
Okay.
So the first front 4 teeth, incisors, I don't know if you can use this model.
Yes, we can. Okay, you have a model already.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you look at this, these are the incisors, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Also the down one, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are the incisors, the first 4 teeth in front.
Okay.
Now, just immediately after the incisors, we have what we call the canine.
Okay.
It's always a pointed teeth with a very sharp edge.
Right.
That's why maybe when you want to do something or you want to tear something, you go like this and try to tear.
Yes, you had to do it from the front. Most time we take it to this sharp. It's usually very sharp,
very
sharper
sharp
than others. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That's the canine.
Okay.
It's just 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 4.
4 canines.
2 up, 2 down. They are just after the incisors. So you use them most times in tearing, you know. Even if you want to, I'm sure you'll see a lot of people when they want to do things like tearing or like biting stuff from time. That's what they use. Very, very sharp. Immediately after the canine, we have the premolar.
Okay.
Now we have 2 premolars for the adults. We have 2 premolars. They are also used in tearing, and they are also used in grinding.
Okay.
But the major tooth used in grinding is the molars.
Right.
Adults should have 2 to 3 molars on each side of the mouth. You know, the mouth is divided into 4 quadrants. As it's open like this, this one quadrant, this another quadrant, then and that quadrant here, and that quadrant here. That's 4 quadrants. So there should be 2 to 3 molars on each quadrant. Now, normally, 2 molars on each quadrant are fine. The last tooth that comes out, we call it the wisdom tooth. That's the last one. Most times, even some adults don't have it yet.
That's the last one?
The last one.
All right, okay. I thought that was the molar or something.
Yeah, it's called the wisdom tooth. It's a molar too.
All right, okay.
But you know, like I said, 2 to 3 molars. So most adults have 2 molars. Some, they have 3 molars. Because the reason is that the last molar, it comes out late. Normally, it comes out maybe about 17, 18 for early erupters, people that they are too. But there are some, even at the age of 30, their last molars are not out.
Wow.
It might just be there inside the bone, but it's not seeing a space to come out from. The other teeth have occupied the entire space. So that's why many times when it comes out, it doesn't come out straight. It comes out bent. You know, we call it impacted. It comes out impacted because it's looking for its own way, way space to come out from. And you know, when it comes out that way, the resultant effect with that is that we remove it. We confidently remove it most times because you already have 2 molar that you are using in chewing. So you don't actually need it. Yes. So instead of it giving you problem or giving you an issue, we remove the last molar.
Or if it's inconveniencing that person's mouth, you could just get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Okay. Right. Is there a difference between an adult's teeth and that of a child? You know.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Now, like I said earlier, a child has 20 milk teeth. We call it milk teeth. Now, number 1 is that the teeth are smaller. Number 2 is that they are whiter. I see a lot of patients every day. They come in with their child. When my child was young, the teeth was white. It doesn't brush well. The teeth is now brown.
I'm telling you.
You cannot compare the milk teeth to the permanent teeth.
So ordinarily, it comes white.
It comes
regardless
white.
of what the child eats. It's just a natural thing.
Yes. So the milk teeth is whiter than the permanent teeth. By the time the milk teeth falls off and the permanent start coming out and you start seeing it looking brown, you're already concerned. No, this child does not brush well. This is not an issue. Naturally, God has given everybody their color of teeth.
Really?
Yes.
So everybody has got a unique color of teeth. We don't have same color of teeth.
No.
Are you kidding me? I never knew that.
Your color of teeth is not the same thing as mine.
Okay.
So by the time your teeth, you start growing your permanent teeth, you know, even research has it that there's correlation between the color of the teeth to the skin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes that's why you see some people that are darker, they have white teeth.
Ah, okay.
And some people that are lighter don't have their teeth are not as white as those that are darker. So there's a way, research has it that there's a correlation between how the skin color is and the color of the teeth. So, but your color of your tooth is unique to you. So far, you take good care of your teeth. So the tooth can have some pathology, some issues, but there's the color that your teeth usually have. But you know, as human, we want to look finer, we want to aesthetically, we are more conscious about our look. So we want to make it whiter. So we see a lot of patients that come, I want to do tooth whitening, I want to whiten my teeth and all. So. All
right. So before we go into, because I think I'm also interested in that, okay, how to whiten the teeth. And I mean, when you see someone smile and the teeth are white, you're like, that guy is cute. All right, sir. So this is now the teeth. It helps to do a lot of things for the body and all of that. How do I ensure that my teeth are healthy? Are there infections that could affect my teeth, and what are possible infections that my teeth could get affected with?
Good. You see, from the video watched first, you know, they talked about some pellicles, calculus, plaques. You see, regardless of how much you brush, morning and night, there are some things we call pellicles. We call them pellicles, we call them plaque.
Plaques, okay.
Yes, they are on the teeth. You know, after brushing, you go about your daily activities. You go and you eat food. You know, there are some remnants that just stick to the teeth. Those things, they just form like pellicles. You see them soft. Sometimes when you use your hand on your teeth and scratch your teeth, you just see something whitish.
Okay, sometimes it could be brown.
It could be brown. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Those things, at the end of the day, they pile up.
This is a plaque, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So those things pile up at the angles of the teeth. Like if you look at this person now, this person has not been brushing well. You know, when you don't use the right brushing technique, the earlier
picture is better. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's. Okay. Yeah.
When you don't use the right brushing technique,
right.
those pellicles hang in between the teeth.
Okay.
And when they hang in between the teeth, they will stay there for a while and they will get calcified. They get hard. And your brush cannot remove them again.
Wow, okay.
So this is like the start of a dental infection. Because
the
with
start.
this, yes.
Right.
With this now, those pellicles, those calculus, they contain bacteria. Those bacteria go into the gum. They start to affect the gum. Okay. They start to affect the teeth. They start to affect the tooth itself, the gum, the bone, and the tooth. So that's why if nothing is done to this kind of patient now, they come to the clinic and my teeth is shaking, or my gums are paining me. You know, they're already seeing the effect of the calculus on their teeth.
All right, so this is calculus, right?
Yes.
Now, why does it seem like this picture of a calculus has this scattered, unarranged teeth?
Yes, like this particular picture you can see now, the patient does not have a well-arranged teeth.
Right.
Yes, and patients like that are susceptible to having more calculus.
Okay.
So even patient like this must regularly visit their dental clinic.
All right, so we see before, it can see very starch black, and then
so
the other one is...
there's a procedure called scaling and polishing.
Scaling and polishing, okay.
It's a professional washing of the teeth. You know, there's a machine, we use it in washing the teeth. That's why I say, regardless of how much you brush morning and night, every 6 months, it's important you visit the dental clinic. Okay. When you visit the dental clinic... So
this is scaling right now?
Yes. Okay. The machine, the tip of the machine is just something like that. Right. You can see, it looks like as they are using that thing, it's removing the calculus.
The calculus, yes, and the plaques out.
They are coming out. Okay. So the machine, the tip of the machine is just like that. We use it in removing those calculus. Right. When you remove those things, you know, your mouth is free. In fact, when you are done, you feel it, or you feel fresher. Your breath is fresher, because those calculus itself, they cause bad breaths. Okay. So many times when patients come, my mouth is smelling, I have bad breath, people are covering their nose. When was the last time you did your scaling and polishing?
So this is like asking, when was the last time you saw a dentist?
When was the last time you saw a dentist?
You know what? Talking about seeing a dentist, we actually went to the streets to ask a few people, you know, if they've ever seen a dentist and when was the last time they actually did. And the responses were quite amazing. But if you ask me, you don't want to know what my response is. So, you know, doctor, at this moment, let's just take this look and hear what people say about seeing a dentist and the last time they actually did so one. Let's take a report on that. We'll be right back.
It never happened. No. Never happened. I don't normally have a teeth issue, so I don't go there.
It's a long time, up to 5 years. It's more than that. And not really, just one was troubling me here, that I went to remove it. It was then I was there last at the General Hospital at Ikorodu.
Yes, I have. That was 3 years ago. I had a hole in my teeth, so I went to see a dentist, and then he operated my teeth like I think 1 to 2 hours. Then I was fine. Filled it with whatever they put there. And
that should be like maybe 6 years ago. I went to remove a tooth. Can't remember. It's been long, like long. I mean long. I can't remember.
Not so recent now. Like a year ago anyway. Like a year ago.
Amazing. You know, I like somebody said 6 years ago, and one of the respondents said when he had toothache. If you ask me, I think that's about the last time I actually did, when I went to actually remove, to extract my tooth, because it was aching me, it was actually, I had tooth decay. I mean, and now you're saying people should always visit the dentist. From those responses, how do you feel being a dentist?
I even feel sad.
You feel sad?
Very sad, because, I mean, a lot of campaign, we have been trying to grow a lot of awareness. We want people to visit the dental clinic. Now, the thing is, a lot of the people that we spoke to now, they said they've removed one tooth or the other. They came to remove their tooth. I think just one person said that he filled a tooth.
Right, yes.
Now, there's nothing better than your natural teeth. There's nothing better than the tooth God gave you from heaven, like you have it, and you have it complete. You don't have to remove your teeth. But when you don't do anything to your teeth, you don't visit the dentist, and you come down with pain, large hole on your teeth, we don't have a choice. We have to remove them. So why not prevent removing of the tooth? Why not prevent you coming down with those pain? those 8 that you come down with, instead, just prevent them. Visit the dental clinic. It is important that you visit the dental clinic every 6 months.
Every 6 months?
Yes, every 6 months. In fact, there are some peculiar patients that I see, and I tell them that you be coming every 3 months.
Why?
There are some conditions that I see, and I'll be like, no, I want to see you 3 months. Before, okay, maybe after a while, I want to increase it to 6 months. Okay. But it is the recommended period is 6 months. Whether you feel toothache, whether you feel normal, you don't feel anything, visit the dentist. Scaling and polishing should be done every 6 months. That calculus you see starting that way can be the start of leading to several disease conditions that we saw earlier. Just that little plaque and just you coming to the dental clinic, we using scaling and polishing to remove them has saved you whatever. Visiting the dentist every 6 months have saved you toothache, saved you removing any of your teeth. Because when you come to the dental clinic, we do just consultation, a general checkup of your mouth, of your teeth. If there's any issue, it's detected early. If there's a hole in your teeth and the hole is very small, a minute hole, we just fill it up and you are fine.
I was going to even ask that when someone has a tooth decay, what do you advise? Do you advise to extract or you advise filling?
Now, when it comes to toothache, tooth
decay, right.
There are levels at which the tooth decay.
Right.
And the kind of treatment we can give it.
Okay.
Now, you see, this white part, if I'm going to explain it,
right.
This white part, that's the enamel. We call it the enamel.
Okay.
That's the part we see. If there's a hole there on that part and you don't feel pain, it's not deep, just at the top of it, easily we'll just feel it. You just feel the hole. But once that hole gets to the next, you know, the teeth are in layers. The next layer after the enamel is called the dentin. Once it gets to that layer, that's when the patient starts to feel sensitivity.
Okay.
The dentin is the sensitive part of the tooth. You know, you take hot or cold water, you eat food, you feel sensitive. You know, you see them they say they just feel like just a little sensation on the teeth. We can still feel the tooth at that level. Now, once it gets to the next layer, which is the pulp of the tooth is the deepermost part of the tooth. It is where the blood supply and the nerve supply of the tooth comes from. Once a hole gets to the pulp, that's when the patient comes down with severe pain. You see them run down to the clinic. They run down like as emergency. The pain is severe.
Very severe.
Very severe. Unbearable pain.
Right.
So now, at that point, we are at the stage of deciding, can we save the tooth, can we not save it? Okay. Now, it gets to a level that if the hole is very bad and it has taken a lot of the tooth structures, we cannot save the tooth.
You just extract it. Okay. In preventing all of this trouble of the teeth, all of this from troubling the teeth, what is the normal daily routine for my mouth or my teeth in order to have a healthy teeth?
Yes. The daily routine is that, one, you brush every day.
Okay.
Now, brushing every day comes with some instruction. You brush in the morning and at night. The night brushing also comes with some instruction. Now, you brush in the night, last thing at night when you are about going to sleep.
Right. I like this picture that I'm seeing right now. It shows like probably better way to brush your teeth.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes. So, should I show?
Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah. Now, in brushing my teeth, are there, I know there are hard brushes and soft brushes. Which is the best, or which do you recommend for me?
So, we recommend medium textured toothbrush.
Right. I know you have some brushes, yes, doctor. Okay.
We recommend medium textured toothbrush.
Okay.
Most of the time, if you just look at them, you might not be able to tell.
Right.
But it's when you feel it, you're able to tell. Now, if you look at this is a soft brush.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
It's quite soft. Now, next one here is the medium.
All right.
If you look, feel the texture, you see it's
not too hard.
Yes.
Not too hard, not too soft.
Now, compare it to what we have here.
Right.
So, the medium textured one is the one that we recommend for you to use to brush.
Okay.
The reason is the hard brush. Once you use the hard brush, you know, it's like you are using an hard substance on your body.
Okay.
You peel up your skin. Imagine you carry something hard, a stone, and start scratching it. You peel up your skin.
So you don't recommend a hard toothbrush for brushing. Okay. Now in removing, I think you've got what's that? That's a flux or something.
Yes.
All right, so how
now,
do we...
part of what you're supposed to do
right.
in aside brushing morning and night,
right.
you're supposed to use flux.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people use toothpick.
I do most times.
Yeah.
Let me
So
not confess, okay.
now the toothpick causes more damage to the gum and
Okay.
even to the tooth. You know, when you use toothpick in between your teeth,
right.
now you remove the meat now, the hang there or anything that hang there.
Yeah.
You just remove a quantity of them.
Right.
You actually push a quantity in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the quantity you remove out, you feel relieved, but
Right.
you don't know you have pushed some in and
So
you have caused damage.
So when I use a dental flux, like what I just saw on TV right now,
Yes.
which I'm holding one in my hand,
Yes.
it helps to remove all of that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
there's, in fact, once anything hanging in between your teeth, just put a flux in. The rope part, put it in there and remove whatever it's hanging there. That's fine.
You know, I know there are different types of dental flux. A lot of people do not know how to. Okay, you have this rope type on TV right now.
Yes, just
I
a
mean,
flux.
yeah,
Yes.
people find it difficult to actually use any of these
Yeah,
fluxes,
because
either this or the rope.
Yes, for the rope one, because of, you know, making it more easy to handle, you can get the one that has the stick on it. So you just put it in between the teeth and remove anything that is there. For the rope one, all you just need to do is tie it on your fingers, then put it in the... normally, we educate patients on how to use it when they come to the clinic. If it's a rope one they have, we educate them on how to use the rope one.
All right. So, doctor, you said earlier that in taking care of my teeth and talking about oral hygiene, that I should visit the dentist once every 6 months,
Yes.
and also I should try as much as possible to brush twice a day.
Yes.
That's a little difficult, sometimes to do.
Yes.
Anyways, I've dropped a signal that we need to go on a quick break. When we come back from this break, we'll continue and maybe also ask how we can achieve that. I actually went to the streets, and a lot of people actually shared their view on that. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'd like to open our phone lines so you can also call, and this conversation will continue on oral hygiene. God bless you.
For enquiries and feedback on our channel, kindly call this number 08029 657760, 08029 657760, or send us email feedback@dovevision.org. Thank you and God bless you.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for watching Healthy Living on Dove Television. And today we are paying our attention to oral hygiene, that you should take care of your teeth, your mouth, you know, and that's what we are discussing today. I've been joined in the studio by Dr. Tope, who is also a dental surgeon with the Redeemers Health Center here at the Redemption Camp in Nigeria. So at this moment, okay, we'd like to open our phone line now. So you can call us. Feel free to call in and ask your question. Now, this is like a free clinic on air, okay? So feel free to ask the dentist your question on your teeth, your mouth, and also contribute. Have you had any experience, okay, using any of the dental fluxes, or you've had difficulties with your teeth and you want to know a little more about that? Please feel free to call in, also send us your SMS. Thank you so much. And when you do call, reduce the volume on your TV set just when your call is transferred to the studio. Thank you. So, doctor, you said brush daily, visit the dental clinic, brush your teeth. Let's also look at, in brushing my teeth, what are the things I should do when I'm brushing my mouth generally? When I'm washing my mouth generally,
So, aside you just brushing your teeth, a very peculiar part that people miss is the tongue.
The tongue, okay.
Yes. You're also supposed to scrub the tongue.
Okay.
Now, let me also mention that while brushing, like the picture we saw earlier of brushing,
okay,
the bristles of your brush should go in between the tooths. So you're supposed to brush from your gum downward for the upper part. If I'm going to show this, you open your mouth and you take your brush from the gum downward. So you're scrubbing it this way.
Right.
And also from the
down part, you take it up. Okay.
While the part you use in chewing,
right,
you're also doing this on it.
Okay.
Then your tongue, make sure you scrub your tongue. Right. For the inside part too, you are going from the gum area downward.
Okay.
The reason is this, many a times this is what we do.
Yeah.
Now, those pictures we saw earlier, when we do this, you see that those things are hanging in between.
The plaques will still be there?
Yes, they are hanging in between the tooth. That's because when you do this, you just push them in between the tooth.
Okay.
Nothing brings them out of the tooth. So, but once you do like this, you're able to bring them out of the tooth.
Right. If I don't scrub my tongue, does it have any negative effects?
Yes.
What does it do?
Yes. When you don't scrub your tongue, it accumulates dirt on the tongue.
Okay.
And that's when you see people come down with mouth odor.
Okay.
Yes. And you see some tongue, you see it's just white, you see dirt on it.
Right.
And you'll be like, but I brush my teeth every day. Why do I still have odor, mouth odor?
Okay.
It's because you don't scrub the tongue.
So not washing your tongue properly can actually lead to bad breath.
Bad breath.
Does it affect my taste bud?
Yes.
Oh, it
very
does?
Well.
Really?
Very well.
Okay.
There are a lot of taste bud on the tooth. So imagine dirt accumulate on the taste bud. It blocks the bud, and you can't even taste anything.
So you can't taste. So that's when you see some people that no matter what they eat, it's not sweet. So you tell them to go and brush your tongue. All right. So if you want to test well, like when you're eating, so you can, I have a friend that when she cracks a bone of either chicken or turkey or anything, when she cracks the bone, when it's well, cooked and all of that, she can actually tell if it's well spiced or not. She can tell if you just a shallow spice or it was well spiced and all of that, because she cracks and she can tell everything about it.
Taste buds are very
her taste buds are very active,
yes.
right? Okay. You know what, doctor? Speaking about brushing daily, I think it's such a little bit difficult routine anyway to actually keep up with, with a lot of people. So we actually went to the streets and we asked people how often they brush their teeth, and we had amazing responses. So we'd like to take that break, and when we come back, I'll begin to take your calls. Thank you.
Once. I brush once in a day.
Well, most times twice, but it's not consistent. When I remember, twice, and if I don't, once.
Thank you very much, sir.
Twice, morning and night. Twice. That's what I do. And I use charcoal. The half fluoride. Yes.
Sometimes twice, sometimes once in a day. So that's how I do.
Twice.
Some says once, some say, it's just when you hear this as a dentist. I know the other time you said you felt bad that people said they haven't visited a dentist in a long while. So when at this time, despite all of that, how do you feel that people still brush once? It's quite a difficult routine anyway, sometimes.
Yes, but there's something about once you're consistent with it, you get used to it. Once you're consistent with it, at a particular time, when you're going to bed to sleep and you have not brushed, you don't feel comfortable. So you want to stand up to go and brush. A lot of people, before going to bed, they take their bath. So if you cannot sleep without taking your bath, you should also not be able to sleep without brushing.
What if I use mouthwash to just goggle and just go out? Does that work?
Even mouthwash is not recommended all the time. You don't use mouthwash as a daily routine.
Okay.
Yes. We use mouthwash, maybe let it be recommended for you by the dentist. Okay. Let's give you a reason why to use mouthwash. Even when we recommend mouthwash, we don't recommend it long, like forever. A lot of people use mouthwash and they keep using. Mouthwash causes staining of the tooth when you use it for a long time. So the recommended thing is you brush. Brush in the morning and brush at night before going to bed. Such that once you brush at night, you're not putting anything into the mouth again.
Okay.
That's a very important one too. Once you brush at night, don't put anything in the mouth.
In your mouth again. All right, so let's take our very first caller now. We have Chidima, who has called us from Lagos. Hello, Chidima. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Chidima, you're live. Can you go ahead? Oh, we just lost the call from Chidima. please call us back. Thank you so much for watching and also calling in. We appreciate that. All right, doctor, so you said that the last thing to do after having your bath, brush your teeth and make sure you do not take anything. So let's look at, are there things that I shouldn't eat at all in order to keep my teeth healthy? What do you advise? Are there kind of food or kind of fruits?
Yes, you know, a lot of things that causes, especially hole on the tooth, we call them cheirogenous diets. These are diets that, you know, causes, they eat up the tooth. Now, things like sweet, chewing gum, chocolate. Well, I'm not saying we should not take those things, but you know, those things, when you take them and they stick to the teeth, bacteria act on them, on those things on the teeth, and they start to eat up the teeth, causing hole on the tooth. Right. So it's advised to reduce
the candies.
Yes.
Okay.
Reduce the number of things you take, those cheirogenous things. That's why when you even take them, brush immediately.
All right, I'm trying to look at what is on TV right now. So it's saying we should avoid sugary and candy sweets, right?
Yes.
And some beverages. Is that true? I should avoid certain beverages and juices.
Yes. You know, a lot of these things, they are carbonated.
Right.
And they are bacteria friendly. So once you take them and, you know, bacteria, normally there are bacteria in the mouth. So once bacteria see an avenue, this thing
something
is
is attractive and calling it out. Okay.
So once they attach to the teeth, you just see they start to eat up the tooth. They start to eat it up, and that's when you start having hole. And the hole keep getting deeper. When there's hole on your teeth, it keeps getting deeper until you do something to it. You know, we fill it up. Once we notice we fill it up, we try and make sure we stop the process of the hole formation. Okay. Immediately we notice that. So you can see there, they talk about sticky foods. Right. You know, a lot of time we take a lot of sticky foods, chips, you know, they just stick to the teeth. Plantain, they stick to the teeth. You know, and many times you use your tongue. You want to remove them, you don't remove them finish. But then they are there. Right. You know, especially the molars, they have grooves, they have pits. That's what helps in grinding. So things pack in between those places. And if you don't brush, if you don't remove them well, they just stay there. And bacteria say, there's food there, let me act on that place.
So the reason the tooth decays are those things that hang around the cavity areas. So the bacteria sees, oh, there's something to actually nibble on, something to actually eat, feed on, so they come out. So you're advising that, then does that not mean that after every meal that I should brush so that I don't have things left over for the bacteria to feed on? It is good,
but we know that it's not something that you can keep up to.
Right.
But after every meal, rinse your mouth with water. Rinse your mouth thoroughly with water, such that anything hanging in between your teeth leaves. That's one. Two, after every meal, floss.
After every meal, floss.
Yes.
Okay. I think this sounds a little better to actually floss after every meal, because rinsing the mouth with water, I mean, I eat like 5 times, and there are times I might not have water by my side or a place to actually pour out when I Google that in my mouth.
If you Google it, you can swallow it.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
All right, okay.
You can swallow it. It's the remnant of the food you ate.
Right.
So once you gargle your mouth, rinse your mouth, you swallow the water.
Okay.
And you're good. Because naturally, when you eat, you drink water.
Right.
Yeah. So when you take anything, it's good you take water, you rinse the mouth, and you swallow the water. If you don't have where to pour it out, or if you feel like you want to pour it out, you can also pour it out. So.
All right, doctor. So now you said that there are certain food and drinks that I should avoid for my teeth to be healthy. Are there also fruits or things that I should also eat, you know, to keep my teeth healthy?
Yes, we encourage fruits, we encourage vegetables. Okay. You know, those are these things. They don't just not just for the teeth, for even the body. Now, especially fruits and vegetables, they help in gum healing. Imagine you have some sores. Sometimes you just come down with sores. You know, when the body immunity is low in the body, you just notice a sore on your gum, you just know, or on your tongue. Those fruits and vegetables, they help in healing them. They even help in giving stronger teeth. Okay. So we encourage fruits, vegetables, generally for the body. Fruits and vegetables are very good.
Wow, out of curiosity, I was going to ask if there are specific fruits. You know how they say, okay, for a healthy eye, maybe take more of carrots and apples, and, you know. So for a healthy teeth, are they specific, or if they are not, fine, but are there specific fruits to actually take for a healthy teeth?
Actually, there are none. We cannot cone it down to a specific food.
Fruits, right.
No. Just take fruits generally. Okay. It's good in varieties. You know, take varieties. Each fruit has the particular effect it has, like positive effect it has on the tooth or on the gums. Even I think you're talking about carrots. It's good for the eyes.
Yeah.
They also have their benefits even on the gum and the tooth.
Okay.
So varieties of fruits, varieties of vegetables are quite good.
You know, I used to have a friend many years ago in secondary school who says that, okay, for a healthy teeth, take more of bones, you know, because of the calcium in the bone. Is that true?
No, it's not true. Talking about the fruits, let me also mention that there are some fruits that are acidic. The acidic fruits, you know, we might sometimes want patients that have teeth sensitivity to do away with acidic fruits. Now, you see those acidic fruits, it's just like acid. They wear off the enamel. Okay. So if you take a lot of acidic fruits, they can cause sensitivity. The surface of the tooth will just wear off, and you start having sensitivity of the tooth.
Right.
So
like
in as much as I'm saying,
like
yes,
lemons, lime,
yes,
sometimes not very ripe orange.
Orange, yes.
Yeah.
So in as much as I'm saying that varieties, take varieties, but try and reduce acidic fruits.
Okay.
Don't take too much of acidic fruits for the tooth.
Okay.
So for that of the bone, well, naturally we don't even encourage people to crush bone with the teeth. You know, I hear a lot of patients come and say that they said we should be crushing bone.
Oh, you've heard that too, doctor. Oh, great! I thought it was an old
that when we
message.
crush bone, that's when the calcium, the tooth, makes the teeth stronger.
Right.
I mean, where is the calcium coming from? When you crush the bone, you crush bone, you crush it, you throw it, you spit it out.
No. When you crush a bone,
you swallow
calcium comes out. That's what we believe. That it is calcium that comes out, and it's also good for your teeth and the gum.
No.
All right.
Just
okay. Let's just take this course. We have Ajayi, who has called us from Lagos State. Mrs. Ajayi has called us from Lagos State. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Good morning.
Morning to you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. My question is, please, ma'am, my daughter, anytime I brush her teeth, blood comes out. So when I go to a clinic beside my house, they now ask me to buy a Bonjela to be applying it. I want to ask the doctor, and the Bonjela is not stopping me.
All right. Thank you so much, ma. Yes, we heard that. Did you get the question?
Okay. And I want to ask, anytime you treat a malaria, must you change your brush?
All right.
I'm asking the doctor.
All right, please.
Must you brush anytime you treat a malaria or any infection? Must it affect your brush? Must you change it?
Please answer.
No. At all. You change your brush every 3 months, or when you notice that the bristles of the brush are already flaring out. So it's recommended that you change your brush every 3 months, or you notice that the bristles are flaring out, you know, they're already coming out like this.
Right, yeah.
You change your brush. But that's because you treated malaria, you change your brush now.
All right, sir. Do we have a caller? Okay. So brushes should be changed every 3 months.
Yes.
And especially when you notice that the bristles are already worn out, or, you know, you could just change it.
Yes,
even when it's not
when it's not even up to 3 months. But you notice that the bristles are flaring out. But that's because of malaria infection, you treat malaria, you change your brush now.
All right. The earlier question she asked her daughter.
Yes. I would advise that she takes the daughter to a dental clinic.
Okay.
Now, not maybe a roadside pharmacy, I know. Because she said they gave her Bonjela. You know, Bonjela is just like, they will rub it there. It's not solving the problem.
Okay.
And it will not even solve the problem. We don't even encourage the use of Bonjela anymore. Now, what that child needs, most likely that child has bacterial calculus that are already entering into the gum.
So a child can also have calculus. I was thinking that was just for the adult teeth.
The child can also have calculus.
Okay.
So the gums are already inflamed as a result of things that have accumulated in the gum. Like those pictures we saw earlier, where calculus are already entering into the gum. If you see those patients live, when they brush, they bleed. Sometimes when it can be as bad as without brushing, just notice your gums bleed. That's because a lot of calculus have packed into the gum. So that child should be taken to the dental clinic. They will do what we call scaling and polishing, the professional washing, and check any other thing that's an issue there. Then that's all that child needs. It's very simple, just the scaling and polishing. I'm sure after that she'll be fine.
How about some self-medications that we do at home? When you have a child whose gums are bleeding, you probably put salts in warm water. Does that work?
Yeah, the thing is the use of salt and warm water, it helps in gum healing, especially when there are issues with the gum, when there are any sore on the gum. It really helps in gum healing.
Okay, it does work.
It does work.
Okay, doctor, we'd like to take a call now. And we have Olayinka who has joined us from Lagos. Hello, Olayinka. Thank you so much for joining us now.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm calling from the hospital. I want to ask a question, please. What happens to that from 7 years old with its faces not as removed already?
We can hardly hear you, Olayinka. I don't know. The line is not very clear here in the studio.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Please go ahead. I think it's better now.
Okay. I want to ask a question. My son of 7 years old, the incisors, the 4 front teeth upper, has removed now for over 4 months. It's not growing. What could be the problem, or what do you advise we do?
All right. Doctor, did you get the question?
Yes,
all right, Mr. Olayinka, please hang up and listen to the doctor now.
Okay, from his question, it said the son is 7 years old, and the upper tooth 4 up has not yet erupted. It's not a thing to worry about. Normally, the upper tooth, it comes out around that age of 7, max 8. So it should just be calm for over 4 months now. If you are too worried about it, you can just go to the dental clinic. They will take an X-ray, just a small X-ray of that part, to check the tooth that is there. They will see the tooth on X-ray inside the bone. In fact, you can even estimate how soon it will come when you see it on X-ray.
Okay.
And if there's anything that is stopping it, we can always make it come. But I don't think it's not an issue. For Mr. Olayinka, let me just encourage you to just be calm. In the next probably 2-3 months,
it will be out.
It will be out.
All
but if you are much worried, go to dental clinic. Let them show you on an X-ray. You'll see the tooth there, and I think you will get more relaxed.
People are good at seeing is believing.
Yes.
Like when I see it, then I can believe.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Doctor. We have another call, and we have Gladys. Gladys has called us from Lagos. Hello, Gladys. Thank you for joining us now.
Hi. Thanks for the program. I would like to ask...
Gladys, could you speak up? We can barely hear you.
Good morning, ma.
Morning to you, sis.
Thanks for this wonderful program. So I would like to ask, my teeth, one of my front teeth, sometimes it gets brown, sometimes it gets white. I've used several toothpaste. But still, yes, I'm still having that same scenario. So what can I do?
What's the scenario? Doctor didn't get that.
Like the front of my teeth.
Of
my front teeth. Sometimes it gets brown. Sometimes it gets white. So I've used already, I've used several toothpaste. And I'm having this issue. So what can I do now?
All right. Thank you, Gladys. Please hang up. Doctor will attend to that.
Okay. For Gladys, sometimes it gets brown. When you say sometimes, I want to believe maybe you feel it comes brown, later it gets white, comes brown. But, it can be an infection of the tooth. I would advise you should visit the dental clinic. Also, we'll take an X-ray. We'll detect whatever infection can be causing that. Most of the time, once the tooth changes color, maybe it gets brown, maybe a particular tooth changes color from the other tooth, there's an issue on that particular tooth.
Okay.
And there might have been a trauma. Maybe you mistakenly hit your face on something, teeth on something, or you mistakenly had a blow on it a long time ago, and it's just presenting now.
Wow.
It happens. So, but most times, if it changes color, it doesn't go back to being white. So once it changes color like that, visit the dental clinic. They will do a treatment on it. Once we do that treatment on it, it can, you can now do something like a crowning to give it back the color that your other teeth are. And, no one will even know there was an issue with that particular tooth. So I advise her to visit the dental clinic.
All right, Gladys, do well to visit a dental clinic. So let's talk about quickly on teeth braces. I see a lot of people sometimes have these teeth braces. Is there any side effects, to that?
Okay. Braces majorly is for the arrangement of the tooth.
Okay.
Like you saw earlier, you said when we saw someone with calculus, you saw that the tooth were not well arranged.
Yeah.
Yes, it's for the arrangement of the tooth to make it arranged to the right way, how it's supposed to be. Just
so there's this
to be
chain.
well aligned.
Right, okay.
So there's this chain,
right.
We call it braces.
Okay.
We put it around the tooth there, up and down, to make it moves the tooth. It applies pressure and moves the tooth to align the tooth properly. So it's just for arrangement of the tooth.
Okay, you know, when I see people actually have these braces in their teeth, I'm like, I used to think it was actually meant for people who eat a lot. Maybe they were just doing, maybe they actually did that to reduce the way they eat, as it might just cause some kind of like some inconvenience in eating, like what we have on TV. But now I know it's actually for teeth arrangements. All right, okay. Thank you so much, Doctor, for giving us your time today on Healthy Living. I mean, I've been so blessed. I mean, hearing this today. This is like visiting a dental clinic. So I don't need to visit one anytime soon.
You need.
All right, Doctor. God bless you so much, sir, for sharing your time with us. All right, before we leave, we'd like you to please lead us in short words of prayer, sir.
Okay, Father, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for your grace. Daddy, we pray, oh Lord, that health comes from you alone, that you grant us good health in the name of Jesus' name. Yeah. As we grow, help us to be doer of everything we have learned in this place, in Jesus' name. For in Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen, amen. Thank you so much, Dr. Tope Daniel-Aladinrin. I'm sure you've seen a lot of teeth. Being a dental surgeon, you've seen different kinds of colors, different types of teeth. I mean, does that make you uncomfortable sometimes, you know?
Well, I'm used to it already. So, you know, seeing the tooth gives me joy.
Oh, it comes with the profession.
Yes, and you know, when you see a tooth, no matter how bad it is, you want to make it better. That gives us joy that we made it better.
All right, this is the much we can take on the program today. I wish we could continue because I really wanted to know what to apply to my teeth and actually make it brighter and whiter. But all to say, maybe next time on Healthy Living, we'll try and invite another dental surgeon to talk more about our teeth. God bless you so much for watching. Our guest today has been Dr. Tope Daniel-Aladinrin. He's a dental surgeon from the Redeemer's Health Center, right?
Yes.
Here at the Redemption Camp in Nigeria. And today we have been looking at the topic, healthy teeth for a healthy life. I am Lilian Ogedegbe. God bless you. Keep living healthy. We'll see you next time. Bye now.